What's going on, guys? It's Andrew with Train Monkey. This is going to be for the Bushido. It's a long, skinny blade. It's reminiscent of a Kwaiken design. It's going to be my first straight shank blade. We have these cool G10 scales that the gents at Waterjet Knives will cut out for you for this blade to make it significantly easier. And if you've ever carried a long, skinny blade, a lot of times they're significantly easier to carry than a shorter, wider blade. So this is going to suit everybody who loves a straight shank blade. This is going to make them happy. So for this blade, to give it that nice, long, razor sharp edge, I'm going to be doing a hollow grind on my 6-inch wheel. I'm going to start off with a 36 grit shredder belt from Combat Abrasives. It's going to be a 10-degree grind the whole way. And as you can see how I have it set up in my jig, it's perfectly level with my jig. That's going to give me a nice, crisp line all the way across the spine. I'm going to go from 36 grit all the way up to 400 grit. This is after about 4 minutes of grinding. Both sides are complete. You can see there's just the faintest portion of that spine where I took that grind all the way up to the edge. After heat treat, I will soften that edge. That way it's not so rough. Give it a little bit extra strength to the geometry. But this is how it looks. You can see it's just a long, slender, nice straight shanked knife with a grind all the way up to the spine. So here I have my grinded blade, and all I've done is I've stuck both the scales together with 2 little dots of super glue, and I've stuck the scales onto the blade itself with 2 little dots. This ensures that when I drill, my holes are always lined up. And all I have is I have 11/64 bit that I'll drill through, and that's for the shaft of my Gulso bolt. And then I have a 1/4-inch bit, and this is to countersink for the head. And you can see on these bits, they're the brad point bits. These are crucial. It allows such a clean hole, and it squares the shoulders up for your countersink. So here I have my handle bolted on my ground blade. It's been drilled, it's been countersunk, hardware's in. I have a 120 grit ceramic VSM belt, and I'm gonna show you how little pressure you need to apply with these ceramic belts in order to clean up your spine. That's all it really takes to rough it in. So don't use too much pressure or else you'll burn out your material. Nice and slow, and that's all it takes. So now that I have my spine and I have my grip area of my handle nice and tailored, roughed in, I took it all the way up to 220 grit. Now I have my small wheel attachment. And just like I did on the Hyena build, on this build I'm gonna texture it. And you do that just by sticking your handle material in at 45, getting it to the depth that you want, and slowly rotating it up, moving it down. Stick it in, slowly rotating up, and moving it down. All the way until you see the pattern that you want. The cool thing about texturing is there's really no set standard, so any pattern you want, you could go ahead and have. So here's the finished blade before handle scales. It's been sharpened after heat treat and tempering. And my heat treat, all it consisted of was taking the steel up to 1560 degrees Fahrenheit, getting it orange hot, and dipping it in canola oil for my quench. And you could see sometimes after you temper, which I tempered at 350 degrees, twice, 2 hours apiece, sometimes you'll get this fantastic looking color. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it.